favorite things inside of the home. Welcome to our home and welcome to month 11, 10, 11 of our home build. We have a little bit of a problem and it has to do with exactly where you're standing right now. This is our front door and it's beautiful, it's glass, and you're standing where the doorbell is going to be over there, but you shouldn't be able to see me right now. Let me show you. Okay, so this is our giant courtyard right here, and then we're gonna walk up and our metal gate door is going to be right here, and we're gonna have a doorbell, ding dong, right there with a video camera, and we should be able to have a button where we're like, enter, and then this gate will like unlock and you can come in. Update number 1 is going to be all about the walls, but it's a little bit of a problem at this point. We wanted this to be tall enough, 6 feet tall, so that it would not have a view to our front door. At our last home, if you remember, we had a glass front door and it was right on the main street and it was not in a gated private community with guards, but people would walk up to our front door and they were super nice, but they would just see you in there. So I'm super excited about this house to have a metal gate right here and have a wall that is protected. So if they ring the doorbell and we don't want to get it, or it's just like a package and we just have them leave it there without them knowing whether we're at the home or not. But we did it 6 feet tall from the base of the foundation right here, which is below the dirt level, which we're gonna build up. And this is where people walk. And so we have an entire block underneath the pavers of where you're gonna be standing. So right now you're standing at my height, 6'1", 6'2". And from here, I can see right into my office. I can see right into the living room. I can see right into the kitchen if Leslie was doing the dishes. I can look all the way into the hallway down to our bedroom and into the piano room. That's not what I intended, because if you look inside of this courtyard, the whole point of the privacy of this home was to have this most beautiful courtyard ever, and it is going to be beautiful with the stone, with the water feature, with a big tree hopefully. We've got the hole in the ceiling with beautiful natural light coming in. This courtyard is going to be so good. But right now with this setup, it's not ideal, and they've already put some concrete on the top. We're going to shave down this little concrete stuff that they put on here to prepare for the stucco. We're gonna put another block up. That's enough. Like, somebody could really try to look in, but I think one more block is going to do it. And then because of that, we're going to take this wall and put some stone across all of it. We have the wall coming all way around the side, so they just built this up. And this one's definitely 6 feet tall. I can't see over it really unless I lean up. And then look at our backyard. It comes down to a low height right there so that we can take advantage of the view. We do have a road right here that comes down. We are on a corner. And so we built this wall up taller right here just to provide a little bit more privacy if we're putting or hanging out in the backyard. And then out here in the backyard, you can see that we made it 4 feet tall. So we kind of maintain our view because it kind of drops off a cliff right there and you don't see much. And so the views that we have of the mountains over there, up down in the valley down this way, or we're going to build the walls up to be a little taller right there, so we won't really see it on the inside. I'm really happy with our lot and with some of the view and privacy that we have out here. And no, it's not going to stay that way. We are going to make it the same stucco color as the rest of the home once we have solidified the height, which we're very close to doing. And then this wall, we need to make a decision on whether we're going to keep it with stucco. Why not put a little bit of stone on it like this? But once we put stone on the outside, we have to do it on the inside, which I think it's gonna make this courtyard look really, really good. It's gonna enhance it, but it's going to cost an extra $6,000 if we do that on the front and the back. So there you go, update number 1. My little rant about being 6 feet tall and being able to see over my wall. But we did get the block walls installed this month. Small update from last month. The wall is complete inside of the courtyard. It looks great. I don't know why I did that. The most beautiful thing on the exterior of our home actually is that Cybertruck. Yes, we got a Cybertruck. Hopefully we published that video yet. If not, sneak peek, we got a Cybertruck. Tomorrow is a 10-day parade of homes in our town, which is like the biggest event of the year. Like, people come from all over multiple states to come here, and homes get like 40,000 people. If you remember the last time that we built our home was in that parade and we had 40,000 people that came through our home. It ended up being like a week before the actual COVID start, which is kind of crazy that many people came through. 2 of the parade houses are on our street up here. And so we bought some giant cones and we're just gonna block our sidewalk, our driveway. I'm telling you, it is going to be madness on this street. Everybody's gonna be parking up and down these streets. I don't necessarily love it when people drive on our pavers and make marks before we moved into the house. So this is gonna stop people from driving on our driveway and parking on our driveway.
I don't know if it really will.
Yeah, I don't know either. How about that? Is that good? You would never drive over that. Only problem is now, I gotta drive out of here. I should probably make way. There we go, there we go. All right, will these survive the 10 days? Will people still park in front of our house or drive on our driveway? We're about to find out. Do you care if they drive on our driveway or park on our driveway?
I'm okay if they park on the side. I don't want them on the driveway because we have workers still coming. The workers gotta finish it.
That's the tricky part. Like, we have a lot of people coming over the next 10 days because this video has been a little slow on updates because a lot of the subcontractors have been working on these parade homes. Well, the parade's over, they're ready to get to work. Unfortunately, we're gonna be in the madness, the craziness of this place. And even if they come with their trucks to come work, there's nowhere to park out here. So hopefully the cone thing works. Something really interesting, we're doing trim right now, and you can see there's no trim around this entire window right there. It's right here, they put it on the floor. This is the trim inside of the living room, this giant piece. This is it, this is the size of the window in the piano room. They just make the trim right here and then they're gonna go and place it up on the wall. When we do the trim around these doors right here, that go all the way around, but they don't go on the bottom. It's happening. It is happening right now. Look how big that is. You're a movie star, that's right. Oh my, it fits. It fits through there. That's so big. We're likely gonna do electronic shades inside of here, and so we're feeding the wire down in it before you put the trim. It's already pre-wired for that. Like a glove. You like it?
I love it. I'm super impressed that you have to be so precise in everything that you're doing when you're building a home. These guys are awesome.
Measure twice, cut once is what they always say. The next big update, check out the wall inside of the shower. It is beautiful stone. It looks like it's from Italy, but I think it was made in a shop. But it looks beautiful. And in order to get these giant slabs up here, they had to fabricate them in this fabrication place and cut everything and get it all prepped. And then once they put it up here, it was really interesting to watch how they did it. They put like this compressor machine and stuck it on here. And it was like smashing them all together to make sure that the gaps are perfect and the glue is pushed on there. I don't really know what they were doing, but it looked pretty cool. See what you think of this.
It looks so good. Thank you guys. It looks amazing. Yeah, I love it.
And then also, they put the same porcelain on top of here, which looks really nice. And then, countertops. This is something we've been waiting for a while, and that parade of homes really delayed it because these fabricators had quite a few different parade homes that they were doing, our local parade in town. And so they put us like 3 or 4 or 5 weeks behind, and that's why our house has been a little slow because of those guys, but now they're putting it in. It looks beautiful. So they did the bathroom ones, and we also got the countertops done on the kitchen. We have 2 islands, and the painters have been here for the last couple of days preparing everything for paint, so it's kind of hard to see. You can kind of see the island, how it comes down, but they've got this plastic on it, the painter's plastic, but believe me, this is gonna look really good under there. I'll show you in the next video. We'll show you in another update, but if you come over to here, they just put a blanket on this, so ta-da! There's that one. Look at this. I like the sink, like it looks like it's some sort of 3D printed interesting material right there. I don't know what the thought was there, but it's pretty nice. And then there's some of the countertops. The kitchen is gonna look pretty good, and it's starting to come together. This is London's bathroom, and we didn't go with custom sinks and cabinets inside of here. We got these pre-made from Kohler vanities that is a partnership between Kohler and Studio McGee, which is an interior designer, and they're really well thought out. Like, they have power outlets inside of them, they've got chargers in here, and you can choose out some of the different finishes on here or some of the different colors of the hardware, and then it comes with the countertop all built into it, and it just comes in one piece, and then we just installed it in here, and I think this looked really good inside of her bedroom. We did these Kohler Studio McGee ones in each one of the kids' bedrooms. bedrooms. This is not something that you would find on the shelf at one of your big box stores around town. This is higher end, premium quality that you order straight from Kohler and they send it to your home. And there's different sizes and everything. So I just realized I'm talking way too much and Leslie's talking way too little. So Leslie, next room, bathroom.
This is Claire's bathroom. We did the same kind of Kohler approach. We have some nice reading here. She wanted a little bit more color in her room, and so we decided to do a different finish on it for her. But they're really nice quality, like Dan said, and like there's this little special spot for your brushes, which I think is really cool. And then just the capability of having your blow dryer always charged in the actual door instead of having to keep it on the counter. For girls that blow dry their hair, that's a huge improvement.
Also, everything is incredibly dusty in here. It's gonna look better, I promise. Once we get everything done, I mean, even this paper that's inside of here. I saw her at a convention like a year ago, and I was like, I want her stuff inside of our bathrooms. And now here we are a year later, and we have it.
Now we have Lincoln's. This is so dirty looking. Once we clean it up, it's gonna be amazing, but he still has the darker finish and all the controls and everything that he needs. The next update is in the piano room. It is one of the best updates that I've seen in a little while. I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, the applied moldings are so good. And I love them because we planned it so we have artwork that's gonna be perfectly framed within these boxes. This is gonna be the same color, so this wood is gonna be painted the same color as the walls itself. And I think it's just gonna make this room feel so special. We'll have the piano right here and a little sitting area. You get to see the courtyard behind us. Wait until you see the light fixture that's going in here. It is so over the top and gorgeous. I can't even wait. It's
Just
true.
like you.
Oh my gosh, you're so nice to me. And then, in addition to the moldings and the beautiful artwork, we'll have art lights that go above each of the art pieces from Alice Lane, and they look so beautiful, and it makes it look just really curated and like a little special little meeting piano area.
And the moldings from the piano room continue into the powder bathroom, and you can see that we're gonna have lots of, I call it texture on the walls, just lots of the trim and the moldings on the side. And then once you paint it, it'll just look a little nicer in here. Just a nice little touch. All right, here we go, update. It is day 3 of this parade. We've got all the cones here, but I came here to go to the house, but I had to park right there next to the dumpster, or next to the toilet, because this truck is just blocking my driveway. Who parks and blocks the driveway? That's funny, just blocking the driveway. So do cones work? Yes, kind of. There we go, you blocked our driveway. To be clear, I'm not really that mad about it, but I do think it's odd that somebody would just block a driveway. This isn't a finished home. We don't come here all the time, but it would have been nice to park on our driveway. And we had some people here working on the HVAC, and they couldn't park on our driveway, which is kind of annoying. More of these moldings on our shower, just like we had in the last house. And then this is maybe the best room in our entire house. This closet is one of my favorite things inside of the home. I shouldn't even show you that much because once it's finished, you're gonna really catch the vision and see how outstanding it is. Once I put the cabinets inside of here, it's incredible how balanced this is. So we have these walls over here, all of these drawers for Leslie. And on my side, we have basically the same thing, like this same setup. It's a mirror image of artwork, tons of drawers and cabinets. And then we have the biggest mirror ever. I'm 6'2". It's like almost 10 feet tall of glass up there. And it's good to be able to look at it, but then also a little hidden room right there. That's mostly just because we have the hardware from our fancy shower inside of there, but hidden room right here. Isn't that cool? Like we've got a little hidden room. I don't know what we're doing with that, but maybe I shouldn't even show this on camera. This is our secret hidden room inside of this house. Maybe there's more hidden rooms, you'll have to wait and see. But the other thing that they did is we were really worried about the light inside of here because there's no windows. So we put the skylight up in here and over on that side, and this is the natural light inside the daytime. We're gonna have a beautiful light and we'll have some lights, but we don't need light in here because the natural light, where we get over 300 days of sunshine in the city that we live in, skylights can be really, really nice. In this room, it just pulls it all together right as you walk in the doorway. This home is set up and designed for somebody like me and Leslie. Somebody that's over 50 years old. It's set up for...
We're not over 50.
I'm just just saying.
We're
close.
not.
It's set up for couples that their kids are kind of moving out of the house. You want to make sure that the primary suite, the master bathroom, the closet, the areas where you're going to be living in the most have the biggest and best things. And that closet is phenomenal. This shower, you can't find anything better. We just went and toured $12 million homes last week, and nobody had a shower as good as this. There were some that were close. I did see one that had some of the Kohler Anthem stuff inside of it, but this is an incredible shower. We've got the heated floors inside of here. The colors are gonna be great. And then of course, move on to the next thing, our secret or private little area out here. We've talked about it a lot. We're gonna talk about it more as it comes through. The only update, there's 2 updates out here. We have these giant concrete pillars right here. There's 1, there's 2. I don't want to spoil it, but we have some awesome stuff planned inside of this area. Look how tall that is. That's taller than me. You can see Pine Valley Mountain. That's the view. That is Pine Valley Mountain, and we're going to still have it, but we have a little privacy back here, a lot of privacy. This side of the house is gonna be perfect for somebody that wants to live their best life from 40 years old onto 100 years old. And this side of the house is gonna be just perfect, and we'll get into this whole thing, but I'm really excited about the space. So let's see the next thing.
In the laundry room, we also have the countertops installed. Here it is.
Okay, so why was it a bit of a miss with the countertop? Like, where is the problem? How did we miss this?
It's not horrible. It's just, it reads cooler than what I wanted because we didn't take the separate sample of this and bring it to match up against the cabinet paint color. So I'm hoping once we put paint on the walls that this will kind of blend in and everything will be okay with it, because to me it reads a little bit more bluish gray up against this paint color from the cabinets, but we'll see.
I saw this one with my eyes. If you remember in the video, I was like, oh, so you just chose the most boring one, the most white one, and then we're just going with this, which, I mean, it's called like white cloud or something, or blue cloud.
White cloud.
Cloudy white.
Yes.
You picked the most standard one. Pretty funny that I pointed that out, and then we get here and it turns out it's actually blue. This is a first world problem that we're dealing with here, but it is what it is. There's a lot of decisions to make when you're building a home.
Part of the reason why I noticed it so much is I thought I chose something very similar to our last house. And so when I walked in, I had something in my mind that it was gonna look like, and it didn't look like that.
Mistakes were made.
But maybe not. Maybe it's gonna look amazing.
Maybe, just like you.
Oh, stop. Okay, go on.
We're going with the same size of trim that we did in our last house down at the bottom, but then here in London's room, you can see that we've got some of the moldings similar to what we did in the piano room. So she'll have a nice setup in here. This is where you come in from the garage, right here, and you can put your backpacks inside of here. And then we have this nice material up here. It looks super planned, but it wasn't planned. The problem is, let's see if I can open this. I got an idea. This is what I learned on the streets. How to use a credit card to open doors. Going in. Does it stay open? It doesn't stay open. Putting my head on that. That is for the intake, for the air conditioning and heating. It needs to be able to go in there. You couldn't put a cabinet there and block the intake. So the cabinets have a height restriction, which that's plenty tall for these. Why don't you just put this here? Look at that, it closes nicely. And now look at it. It actually adds some nice texture and a little bit of interior design to our home with something that you don't see every day. Another quick update. We did get all of our HVAC installed. You can see this entire closet is full of HVAC systems. It takes up that whole thing. The intake for that is up there like I showed you. And then we have a bunch of the thermostats that are on the wall right now. They don't work yet. They're just kind of on there. We don't have the HVAC running, but we basically have all of the HVAC installed in the home and ready to go once the painting is all done and we're ready to start getting the house to the final stages. I gotta show you the garage right now. This is not something that's finished, but I gotta show you this because this has become a working area of all kinds of things. This giant box right here, is that your light?
It's the piano room light that I told you about that's so big and over the top and gorgeous.
Stand by it, let's see. Let's see how big that light is in the box. That's big.
It's like a piece of art.
We also have this ginormous box right here. Top secret, what's gonna be inside of there. That is actually outdoor kitchen. I'm telling you now, I'm giving you a sneak peek. Look at this, wood panel wall USA. We've got all of these inside of our house. Like those are really, really long. These are wood panels that are also sound dampening. This is gonna go inside of my office so that it's a cool looking studio. It's a good vibe, but also there's not echoes like what you've been hearing in this entire video because we don't have everything set up in our home yet. This big box right here is a ginormous swing that you'll see later. And then this right here is a big fountain. Look at that, it's like a big water basin right there. This one, I shouldn't even tell you, but I'm telling you. I'll go on the other side. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell you anything. There's no clues happening at all. Just, it's a giant crate right there that you're just gonna have to use your imagination.
What's in the box?
So yeah, our garage is kind of full right now. We need to talk about the deadline and when we have to be out of our rental home and when we have to be inside of this home. There's a lot of work that has to be done. And we, as of right now, have 30 days. Good news, our neighborhood is back to normal. We had 10 days during this month. You couldn't even drive up and down the street without like potentially hitting people or hitting cars. And you saw in this video, we put the cones out in front of our driveway so that people wouldn't park there. Turns out people just parked in front of it. And people even ran over one of my cones once. And then I moved it for about 20 minutes while we were here with some people. And there was a car that came and backed up and backed into my driveway and then turned around. It's just kind of interesting, So that is done. And now we are back to having privacy, quietness in our neighborhood. We were supposed to be done February 14th. That was the original deadline for this video for the 12 months. We have surpassed 12 months. I know this is month 11 of the video. We've stretched out a few of the days into different months. We have an absolute deadline. Have to be out of our home on March 31st of 2025. So we have 30 days from right now. I'll show you on my phone. It is March 1st today, right now. So we have exactly 30 days to complete the wall, to complete the landscaping, to paint the house, to finish all the plumbing and put in all that hardware, to put the glass in around the shower, to put in our metal gate over here, to get the HVAC up and running to make sure that it actually works. We need to do all of the electrical, install speakers, put light switches on the walls. We need to install shades and blinds in the different rooms. We need to have the lights all installed, but also set up on timers so that it works properly for the home. We need to make sure that the garage door works. I've never even opened up my garage door other than just like manually pulling it up. Does it even work? How about appliances? It'd be nice to have a refrigerator, a stovetop, somewhere to wash the dishes and like a dishwasher. We've got a lot of stuff to get done in the next 30 days. I haven't asked our builder how confident they are that we will finish by March 31st, but they haven't told me that they're concerned that we won't hit March 31st. Either we're going to have one more month update with a billion things of updates in this, of all the different updates that have happened, or we're going to build over the next 30 days, and then we'll make some individual videos on the things that are very, very special, like the interior design, like some of the hardware that we're doing, like some of the appliances that we're choosing, the speakers that are gonna go throughout the house, the secret spot in the backyard of the things that I didn't tell you about. Some of these deserve an individual video that's going to go into depth into the products that we chose, why we chose it, and just how awesome it looks. And we also need to talk about some of the problems and some of the issues that we learned from building this home, or what we like more about this house than the last house. There's a lot of different things we want to talk about, but I'm guessing right now this video is like 30 minutes long already, and we barely got anything done this month, like relatively speaking to what should happen in the next 30 days. So I'm just gonna go and get in my garbage truck over here, my triangle garbage can, and we'll be back in a month. I hope this fits in the garage. It's very large, quite the vehicle. And it's not, it is 1,000,000 degrees on the outside. That's hot.